What is up? Welcome back to the Truth Serum. Did you hear that twice?
Yes, I did.
I did too. God, I'm so loud. All right, so here is what's going on. We have been having really extreme technical difficulties with sound on my end, internet issues. I guess it's too cold outside, but we are going to roll with it. What's up, my man, David Genus, and your big old penis?
Man, just trying to stay warm on this cold Christmas Eve, enjoying one of my uh, Secret Santa presents.
Swat 'em.
Swat 'em or wat 'em.
Swat 'em or wat 'em.
And
Okay.
wat 'em. And wat 'em. Not or. Do it both.
No, we can only do one.
I can do both.
This echo is driving me fucking nuts. Well, it is Christmas, man. Merry Christmas.
Merry
I love
Christmas.
y'all.
Got everything all ready to go. Except for the Titans
Including,
Texans.
yeah. So that's been pushed back until 2
Till 2.
Eastern?
Yep.
Okay. Hey there, boys. I might need you to read the questions because it's.
I mean, you'll still hear it. Will you hear me twice?
I only hear you once. I hear me twice.
Oh, beautiful. All right, Pacheco or Sanders?
¿Por qué no los dos? That is Spanish for why not both? In this situation, I would place Sanders, but God, I really like them both.
So I would ride Sanders. I feel like Pacheco's just kind of become the second fiddle to McKinnon, and Sanders they're gonna rely on him today. With I'm now the Minshew God is here, but they're not going to want to put all of the game on his shoulders. They're going to rely on that strong running game, and Sanders should have a lot of usage today.
Yeah, it seems they're using Pacheco between the 20s, but he's getting hella volume, 15 to 18 touches a game. And like I said, man, you can run all over that team. So I'm with either one, but Sanders. No, Jalen Hurts is still the goal line work. Purdy or Russ? Gross.
If you mean gross, go with Purdy. Let's go, Big Brock or Big Cock Brock.
Big Cock Brock. I think I agree with you. I don't have my schedule and shit in front of me. This is stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm gonna lose today just because of this. I can't read.
Nacho or Danny Dimes to punch that ticket to the chip.
I am gonna go with motherfucker Jones. Give motherfucker Jones. Great matchup. Let's go. I am starting both of them in the 144.
Listen, I am down to Godshoe and Kenny Pickett. My other option, I had Jalen Hurts and Matt Ryan were my other quarterbacks. So
thank God you can't play Matt Ryan.
Yeah. I would probably say that this is a pretty even matchup. I like Minshew better. I think he has the better team. But Danny Dimes is facing a weak Vikings defense who barely gets through. They I think 9 of their 11 wins or 10 of their 11 wins are one-score games. So they're going to both be passing. And Danny Dimes has the higher rushing volume. So, I'd probably agree with you on Danny Dimes, but only by a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to walk off the bus with an extra touchdown on the ground. By the rushing yards.
Especially with how cold it is up there in Minnesota.
Well, it is in a dome, so you take that into consideration too.
Yep.
Guess this is Kenneth Walker or Jahan Dotson?
That would be my guess.
Kenneth Walker was removed from the injury report. I'm going to go Kenny Walker.
Man, so normally I would go Kenny Walker, but I kind of feel like they're going to need to pass to keep up with the Chiefs. And Kenny Walker may have been removed from the report, but he's still a little banged up. Man, yeah, no, I'm going Kenny Walker, though. I don't really feel like playing anybody against the Niners defense. That has proved to be a very poor decision all year.
Yeah, so Kenneth Walker is also involved in the pass game. He's getting
and they're
lots
going
of
to need him with
receptions out of the
Lockett
backfield.
out. They'll probably need to rely on him a little bit more than normal, too, with Lockett out. I also like in that game Marquise Goodwin to step up into that spot for Lockett, getting more volume than normal.
But not enough to matter, probably.
Correct.
Ooh, Aaron Jones or Ramondre Stevenson?
So normally I'd say Stevenson. I think, though, that the Bengals have just been too good lately, and he is still coming in. Now, yeah, he had 170 yards last week, even banged up. And they're going to try to run the ball. But Aaron Jones just gets that volume, and he is way more used in the passing game. Man, I don't know. I like both of these two. Play them both. Who else you got?
Yeah, for sure. Who else you got? I think I'm on Aaron Jones, though. This is a very hot over-under cold game. They're going to run the ball.
I think Aaron Jones as well, mainly because I did pick the Packers. They're one of my upsets this week, but I do think they're going to have to pass a lot to keep up with the Dolphins. And they do use him quite a bit in the pass game. Shaheed, Renfro, Boyd, Van Jefferson, Gage, Terrace Marshall. Injuries are kicking my ass. Need 3. Shaheed, probably one of my favorite sneak plays of the week.
I'm getting a phone call in through this and I can't hear anything. So I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off. But I'm going to go. Hello? Hey. I am on a live video right now. That's all right. You on the way? Okay. Well, let me get. Yeah, I'll let him know as soon as I'm done with this. I love you too.
Oh, we love you too, boo boo.
I did not mean to answer that. So here's the issue with the sound thing today. I can't get it to come out of my computer, so I added an extra guest, which you can see here. But I am also muted over here on this one, so I'm hearing myself twice because of that. Oh my God. So I'm going to go with Shaheed, Russell Gage, and Terrace Marshall. I'm going to follow the matchups in those Gage and Marshall. But Shaheed, I'm a little nervous about because of the weather, but really he's the only pass game option they have left at this point. So,
yeah, I'm not going to go with Renfro or Van Jefferson. So it comes down to the other 4 for me. I do agree on the Gage and the Shaheed. I'm going to play Boyd over Terrace Marshall, though. With Higgins is back, but he was a little banged up. And they relied on Boyd more than normal last week. I think they're going to do that again this week.
Okay.
Sideline reporter here, not cooking bacon in the drawers today. I'm Buck Baker in Bath because it's a cold 40-ish degrees here right now. Fuck you, 40 degrees. Gotta warm my blood back up with a hot bath. Photos or
it's
it didn't
like 20
happen.
degrees here.
Yeah, I think it's, what is it?
5.
Yeah, it's 5 degrees here with a wind chill feel of like negative 15.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Goddard with Minshew mania or Kittle?
Man, Kittle had such a great game last week.
Yeah, and so Kittle, since Purdy has come into the lineup, has had a lot more usage. Purdy has shown no fear of going down the field. Don't get me wrong there, but he loves Kittle over the middle with as a safety blanket. I would normally choose Goddard in this spot, but I think I'm going to go with Kittle due to Minshew coming in for his first game and Goddard just coming back, as opposed to Kittle with Purdy, who obviously likes him as his favorite target.
I think I have to agree with you, but I don't really like it. I want to start both of these guys, honestly. You got two top tight ends in a year that's similar to all other years when tight ends fucking suck. So Kittle is the answer, but man, that's a good problem to have right now.
I have Pollard, Stevenson, and Barkley. Barkley already locked and loaded. Need one more running back. Oh, this must be to that other question. Wasn't Stevenson in that other question?
I think that one was that, but yeah, well, good for you, Colt.
Yeah,
Makes
it's a
one
nice
of
running
us.
back lineup. Injuries have absolutely decimated in leagues, so I'm scraping the barrel in leagues. If that's the bottom of the barrel, I really want in that league.
Yeah, man, it's like that for everybody. It's not just you. Fantasy is a cruel, evil bitch sometimes. Also, does Foreman have any value anymore playing Moss over him? Dude, I dropped Foreman in a league because his matchup / usage is going downhill. So I dropped him. Hopefully, one of my opponents pick him up and play him because I think that he's going to just shit the bed. So, yeah, I dropped him.
Yeah, I
He had a
agree.
nice ride, though.
I don't think Foreman has any more value in the last 2 weeks of the season here. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening over there. Must be something in practice where they're seeing more out of Chuba Hubbard. It hasn't really translated into the games as much as you would think with how little bit they're using Foreman. But Moss looked good last week when he came in for JT, and now he's going to be the top guy over there today. I know they have Deion Jackson too, but not high on him. So yeah, that was a good swap.
So you like Moss over Deion Jackson?
I do.
I think I'm on the Deion Jackson side, man. Just a little bit more explosive, and I know that last week there was a lot more usage for Moss, but I don't think he's good. I think Deion
I don't
Jackson's
think
better.
either one is. They're not starting caliber, but usage alone from based on last week, it would have to be Moss getting more than Jackson.
Yeah, based on last week, yes. I just don't think that that's gonna kind of translate. Yo, Mitch is OG. Joey, happy birthday, dog. It's Hagen. What up, Hagen? What up, dog? I love you too. Rich Michaela.
Good morning. Good morning.
Heineke or Foles?
Oh God.
Can you help me out, man? I don't have the sheets and I got a bad memory. Where are these guys playing at?
Heineke is against the Niners in San Fran, and Foles is going against the Chargers at home.
Give me Foles.
Yeah, I think
Foles
I
in
would
a
go.
dome.
I think I would go Foles here as well. I think it has a higher over under as well. Yeah, by nearly 10
I'm
points.
guessing it's a Wyatt Brown. Good morning, baby. How you doing?
Sub
Good to see
downtown
you
Wyatt
in one
Brown.
of these.
Merry Christmas to you too, Richard.
Merry Christmas to all of you guys. I hope it's great. We're doing our family Christmas today, so that's kind of what the phone call was about. My daughter's coming over from her mom's house. And I have Eckler, Kamara, Jones, Stevenson, half PPR. Need 3. Well, that's 3 good ones right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kamara's been terrible
Kamara,
this
Jones,
year.
and Stevenson. PPR, I think I would switch from Jones to Stevenson because of the incredible volume that he gets out of the backfield with the receptions. It's even farther ahead for me in full PPR, but half PPR, I think I slightly hedged for Stevenson.
So if this was no PPR at all, I would play Kamara probably over Jones. But with the PPR, I don't think Kamara is gonna. I think this is gonna be his best rushing day on the year. I just don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of scoring in that Saints Browns game or passing. So I would favor Eckler, Jones, and Stevenson here.
I kind of want to agree with you, but Browns so juicy. They're just gonna use the ball on the ground. They're gonna keep it down there, and I think there's gonna be enough volume for Kamara to kind of lean that way, even with the PPR, and it's good problems, baby. Heineke or Foles, then another league, Dak or Crazy Casper. Let me see if you. Okay, the other question would be Walker or Dodson. So the Heineke or Foles. We both chose Foles.
Yeah.
Walker or Dodson. I think we had the same question.
Yeah, we did.
My bad if you missed it. It is Kenneth Walker for both of us. Wow, I just went backwards. That's all. Fuck.
Joey's drunk at the wheel this Christmas.
Oh, it's gonna be a really long day.
Titans defense or the Broncos? I know it's gross.
Let's talk about these games. What's the over-unders? And
so the over-under for the Texans game is 34, and it was delayed. And then tomorrow for the Broncos Rams, the over-under is at 36.5. So those are similar. I would say though that based on none of these teams, all four of these teams are just they don't have any offense lately. Or right now the Texans have looked more impressive lately though than any of the other three, which is sad to say. I do think the Titans are going to win that game because they're going to just smash Derrick Henry against that number 32 ranked rush defense. I would probably go with the Broncos defense against the Rams.
And sorry, Zach Kurtz, for not being any help. I'm going to choose the Titans. You can pass against them, but I have zero confidence in Davis Mills or
Driscoll.
Jeff Driscoll. Shit.
Oh, Dak or Fields.
Okay, here we go. Justin Fields. It's Justin Fields all the time.
I mean, rushing upside definitely has Fields, and Dak has a tough matchup this week in the Eagles defense. I don't think Fields does near as much as he's normally been doing. I think he hits his under this week. I actually bet on his under for rushing yards. But I do have them covering the spread in that game against the Bills, so I would go Fields as well.
His not as good as he usually does is still probably going to be better than Dak.
Yeah, I have him under 78.5, but that's still a ridiculous line.
That's what the line is?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Let's go. Bang the over. Merry Christmas. Oh shit. There they are. Pick 2 PPR: Deontay, Juju, Gabe Davis, Jacoby Myers, Christian Watson.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go Juju and Christian Watson. This echo is tripping me, man.
I'm gonna go, man. All right. I really hope this isn't just me praying for my fantasy team because I have Juju in a lot of spots too. But I'm gonna go Gabe Davis and Christian Watson this week. I think this is finally the week that Gabe Davis can take off. You can pass against the Bears defense, especially deep passes downfield, and that's where Gabe Davis excels.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I got to stop you here. What is Gabe Davis's game all about? His
Winning.
game.
Oh, deep passes. He's a deep
passes.
threat.
What's the weather in Chicago right now? I know it's windy as
cold.
hell. I don't
Is it
care
windy
about the cold, honestly. I think people overreact to the cold. I'm worried about that 25-mile-an-hour wind. I
I don't
know
see
it's
the
windy in
wind on
Chicago.
here.
The windy city of Chicago. You got to take that into consideration.
Yeah, but, I do take it into consideration. Here's the thing that doesn't bother me about that, though, is you don't have Patrick Mahomes with his sidearms, and you don't have, other quarterbacks who don't have an arm. You got Josh Allen's cannon there. That wind isn't going to be nearly as bad for him as it is for other quarterbacks. That dude's got the arm of a god.
He's got a laser for sure, but
And the over under is still, even with the weather, 40 in that game.
that's low.
I mean, that's low for a Bills game, but considering all these other games this week with the weather are down in the 30s, I mean,
Yeah.
I think the Browns game is a record low under is 32.5.
So you're playing Gabe Davis over Juju or Christian Watson?
Over Juju. I'm playing Gabe Davis and Christian Watson. And the only reason with Juju, he has established himself as the number one wideout there, but they have so many weapons. It's been all about McKinnon and Kelsey lately. Juju he's their most consistent receiver, but I've bet on them every week, different receivers trying to figure out which one was going to be that week.
It's always Juju.
Juju's the most consistent, but he doesn't always hit his numbers neither. I like Gabe Davis to finally wake up this week, and Christian Watson he had a sleepy one last week, but I think he gets in the end zone this week.
Target volume's still there. I'm with it.
Yeah.
Juju's the answer for me and Christian Watson. Kittle smash.
Hulk smash.
I still play Juju Clayton over Goddard. So I'm playing Kittle and I'm going to play Kittle and Juju.
That actually cracks me up because I remember, I want to say it was either last year or the year before, or maybe both years, how you were riding the Goddard train as a top 3, top 4 tight end.
He still is.
I'm going to agree with you, though. Kittle and Juju in this one.
Hey, Kittle is a monster. I mean, Goddard is a monster. They're both monsters. Let's go. Scary Terry, Juju, Pickens. I don't care about the low over-under in this Terry game, but I'm going to play him over these guys. I know you're going to say Pickens, but
I am actually not. I'm going to say Scary Terry and Juju. Scary Terry, regardless of the Niners defense, does have the volume. He is the number one target there in Washington.
I think the Niners defense is somewhere mid-pack, 17th against the receivers or something like that. So not as scary for receivers. They shut down a run.
Right. Pickens, I do like Pickens. I like the Steelers in general tonight. I think that,
every day.
Yes, and every day. But I think they're going to come in and play hard for Franco Harris and put the Raiders away pretty handily. But it is still, in my opinion, probably going to be a low-scoring game. It's supposed to be pretty cold and windy there tonight. So,
So these questions have repeated themselves again. It wasn't me that messed up.
You and your technical difficulties today.
Man, I don't know what it is. So that was pick one.
Oh, pick one.
Okay, yeah.
I'd
Merry
probably
Christmas,
go
Joey. I'm
Sarah
your biggest fan.
still.
Please let Joey see this. It's heavy. It's so silly. I do see it. Goddard or Schultz? Give me Goddard.
Likewise, Goddard.
Hey, y'all, if your question gets skipped over by chance, just drop it down again, man. This thing's giving me issues. Pacheco or AJ Dillon? Give me Pacheco.
Give me Dillon. The over under is, I think, the highest of the week or close to it down there in Miami, and they use both of them frequently enough. I mean, heck, it got Dina into the semifinals in the. That's right. Dina is in the semifinals in her fantasy league from the live draft that we had at the Fantasy Expo.
Would you put Rashad White in over AJ Dillon?
No, I would not.
I would put Rashad White in over AJ Dillon, but not Pacheco. Give me Pacheco over all three. Justin Herbert or Tua Tagovailoa?
Oh man.
Oh man.
I like Herbert in this one. I like Herbert. He has all of his weapons back. He's looked fantastic the last couple of weeks. Tua did look better against the Bills. I think people are sleeping on the Packers, though. They had a very rough start, and now they've kind of woken up and done much better. Man, I don't know, though. The over-under at 50 in that game. God.
I'm going to play Tua. Tua's the man this week.
Why do you have
He's
both
gonna,
of these quarterbacks? Is this a super flex? Who's your other quarterback?
It's Tua for me this week. Light his ass up. Pacheco, D Hop, Gabe Davis. Man, I know it sucks, but you still got to play D Hop, man.
I agree.
Still
D
got to
Hop's
play
the
him.
answer there on volume alone.
Yeah. Waller or Fryermuth? Fryermuth has been kind of low down here lately, but who you boys playing, man?
Waller and the Raiders.
That's right.
I actually found it kind of ironic that at the 50th anniversary and getting his number retired is going to happen against the same team who he caught the immaculate reception against. I think the NFL might have planned that way with the scheduling. I'm going to go Freiermuth too, though. Mostly in an emotional spot for Franco Harris. I think that, like I said, the Steelers are going to show out because of it. Waller did look good, though, last week in his return from injury. He was targeted quite a bit and did have, I believe, a touchdown. But I'm going to go with Muth in the emotional win.
I do want to say that Waller's usage was pretty decent, but his snap percentage was kind of low still. So maybe they're still not fully confident. I think it was a hamstring that's been bothering him for a long, long time. But he did say he wasn't going to come back until he was 100%. He scored a touchdown, so you kind of lean on that a little bit. Freiermuth's the guy for me.
Yeah, I'm going with Muth today.
Fields, Goff, Dak, Geno, pick 2. Give me Fields and Geno.
Give me Fields and Goff. I think the Lions pushing for a playoff spot facing these Panthers. The Panthers have not been good defensively against the pass specifically, and he has so many weapons there now. Swift's finally healthy, looked great last week. Dak would be my third in this one if it wasn't for him facing the Eagles defense. And I don't know. I don't like Geno this week. Chiefs, I think the Chiefs are going to handle them. I hope so anyway. I did take them against the spread this week.
If the Chiefs handle them, there'll be lots of dropbacks for Geno. That's kind of one of the issues for me, man. You can pass on this team. You can run on this team. The defense is giving it up because the offense putting it down. Fields and Geno. I am concerned for I am concerned for Goff in Charlotte. Charlotte, the weather is going to be terrible too.
Yeah, how's the wind there? I haven't heard anything about that. I just know it's going to be cold.
Strong winds. I think they said up to 25 mile an hour gusts, but around 15 sustained. And the wind chill is going to be as low as -3. So,
yeah, Fields and Geno then.
Make sure you congratulate Richard Mikhailov on his proposal and baby. I did already because I knew about it before any of you guys. But hell yeah, my dog Richard Mikhailov.
So I haven't had much interaction with Richard Mikhailov, but he always came off to me when I was talking to him at all or about the cards and stuff as an older gentleman. So when I saw his proposal pictures the other day and that he was really young looking, I didn't even know it was him. I thought it was like Richard Mikhailov's son or something. But yeah, congratulations, man. Proposal and a baby on the way. Absolutely life-changing.
You heard it here first, David. Richard. David says you're going to have a son. Richard Mikhailov's son.
There you go. I predicted it.
Foles or Ritter for QB2? It's Foles. There's no way I'm playing Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, not even close, especially against the Ravens defense.
Wide receiver 2, PPR, Keenan, Juju, Higgins. Keenan Allen's the guy.
It's Keenan for me.
Richard Peno doing good in Facebook jail for a few more days. Merry Christmas, y'all. Why the hell are you in Facebook jail? I don't believe you.
He is.
Fields or Brady. It's Fields, man.
He can't even respond in chat right now. He is way Facebook banned. I'm going with Fields here as well.
Stop asking all these Justin Fields questions. Give us tough ones. It's always Fields.
Yeah, last week when it was Fields or Hurts, that was, the answer was Hurts. But Fields versus anybody this week, it's probably Fields.
Colt needs one. Lenny, AJ, Dillon, Pacheco need one. Give me Pacheco.
I'm still going with AJ Dillon.
I get it, man. But
I think they're kind of in the same boat. They're the RB 1.5 to the RB1 in their situation.
Jeff Beaver says, Goff or Danny Dimes. Give me some motherfucker Jones. Motherfucker Jones.
Yeah, I think Danny Dimes is the key here for. I mean, I don't think they're going to beat the Vikings, but you could definitely score some points on the Vikings. I mean, hell, look what the Colts did last week.
Mm-hmm. Freiermuth or Everett? Man, flip a fucking coin. I think I'm going to go with Freiermuth, man. Everett is semi-involved in this. I think they get on the outside receivers today, so
I think they've both had about the same usage lately. Freiermuth has been better throughout the year, but I think they've had the same usage recently. And with the weather and everything else, the over-under, I think, is 10 points higher for the Colts Chargers game. I'm going to go with Everett.
10 points higher?
I believe so. I think it's 45.5 over there, 46 or something to 38.5. So 8 points higher.
Everett, why not? I think you're right on that. Kind of makes me want to go back to this other one. Waller or Fryme.
They're in the same game. Yeah.
Christian Watson or Mike Evans? Give me Christian Watson.
Man,
I do think Mike Evans bounced back this week. I think he gets in the end zone. The Cardinals defense is just absolutely ridiculously terrible. So I get the question. Christian Watson.
It's Watson for me as well. I know Mike Evans did look better last week, and he had more usage and more targets than he's had for several weeks.
His targets have been 9-9 in the last 2 games. And then he had a 4.
They're trying to get him to him more now.
Yeah, and 11 and 12 targets for Chris Godwin. He's second fiddle, but Christian Watson,
it's Christian Watson for me too. I think that's going to be a high scoring game. Again, I did pick the Packers to win, but I think they're going to have to pass a lot to get it.
Yep, David S. tight end position this week. Patterson against Baltimore, Montgomery against Buffalo. Give me Montgomery. I know Khalil Herbert's coming back. He's going to eat into the volume a little bit. Justin Fields eating into the volume a little bit. Patterson's on a team that wants to run the ball nonstop. I still like David Montgomery better.
I feel like they're both kind of in the same position. Patterson has Algier taking away spots. Desmond Ridder was running last week as well. The difference is Montgomery is the RB1 over there compared to Herbert, while I think Patterson is kind of taking a back seat to Algier. So Montgomery is probably my answer here as well.
The issue is Patterson's kind of not getting any receiving work. And that's where he's the most electric, is in the open field. So Montgomery gets some receiving work.
Right.
Just echo, man. Judy or Devonta Smith? I like me some Jerry Judy, but I really like me some Devonta Smith. Roll Tide. I'm gonna talk for Jordan here real quick. Was it Kelvin Joseph, the second cornerback over there on the other side? He's just been getting torched lately. Devonta Smith, he's gonna be on the other side. He's the number 2. Number 2 is against Dallas Cowboys all day. That's what Jordan says.
Yeah, I think the other thing, though, Russell Wilson is back for the Broncos, correct?
Yeah, so.
And before he got hurt, he was having the best game that he's had all year, specifically with Judy. And when he has done well this year, it's been with Judy. The Rams' defense has not been good in any aspect this year. My only worry with Devonta is we don't know Minshew. I like Minshew this week, I do, but we don't know specifically who he's going to favor as far as a target. We know Wilson likes Judy. And they're facing a much worse defense than the Cowboys. So I'd probably roll with Judy here.
I think the Dallas Cowboys defense is kind of middle of the pack nowadays.
Yeah, over the last couple games anyway. Mm-hmm. Made the Texans look good.
Yeah, and Jaguars went in there and torched their ass too.
We called that live before it happened.
Evans, Thielen, or Slayton? I think it's Evans. I would play Evans over these guys. However, Darius Slayton, he's got the matchup, man, in a dome. There's just not enough target volume there to to kind of balance out the Evans down games and shit. So I think Evans bounces back this week, man.
I do
Slayton
think
would be my second choice.
I do think Evans is bouncing back this week. He does face an easy matchup there. However, I think that the Vikings are going to go up in this game. It's not going to be like last week where they went down and had to fight back. I think it's going to be the opposite where they go up and the Giants have to fight back. And Slayton is the number one target over there. I like Slayton out of these three. It's not Thielen he's not even in the equation. I said last week, I'm pretty sure he has old man knees like I got because he's slowed down a lot lately.
Yeah, I probably agree with everything you just said. I just didn't hear you because my phone was ringing again and the sound is coming through this. Evans, Slayton, then Thielen for me. Algier, Jeff Wilson, Everett as a running back. What a running back or tight end flex? I'm going to play Algier.
Man, I want to know what he has Mostert doing. Because I think I'd play Mostert out of all four of these.
He's already got Mostert starting.
Okay, so that's why he's wondering about Jeff Wilson. Yeah, I'd go Algier here as well, based on volume alone.
Najee or Connor?
Najee, he's gotten in the end zone every week for the last 5 weeks or something. He's also got the volume lately that he is splitting some reps lately with Warren, but I just don't like anything about Arizona right now other than D-Hop.
I like James Conner and James Conner's volume, like 90-something% snap share and all that. He's getting elite usage. Tough matchup against Tampa Bay.
However, isn't Vita Vea out? I think I have him in an IDP league, and he was officially announced as out. That's going to make it a lot easier to run against them with his big body out of there.
I'm still going to go to Najee. Matchup too juicy. That's a tough one, though.
That's a good problem to have, yeah.
Goddard was trending towards 3 to 4 tight end.
I agree. I just like messing with Joey here. The last couple of years, his preaching of Goddard before Goddard was towards a tight end 3 or 4.
I'm always a year early, 50% of the time. Pacheco, D-Hop, Gabe in the flex. It's D-Hop.
It's D-Hop for me, too. Again, I do think Gabe Davis has probably his best game of the year today, but D-Hop's volume has been ridiculous over there. They don't really have any other options with homeboy out. Man, why can't I remember his name? I call him that guy.
What team? I wasn't listening. I was
Rondell Moore, that's right. Rondell Moore.
I got you.
Shit.
For the record.
Lightning.
Dina's the one who remembered that name, just so we know.
Lightning style through these last few. It is 11:40. We got 20 minutes. I got some other things I need to do before kickoff.
Dak or Burrow? It is Burrow.
It's Burrow.
I would choose him too.
Patterson, Moss, Fournette, Montgomery, Judy. Pick 2 running backs, 1 flex. I'm going Montgomery, Moss, and Judy.
Because Judy's cool.
I'm going Montgomery, Patterson, and Judy.
You don't sound confident, Joey.
He's not.
How do you feel about Mark Andrews this week? I like Mark Andrews this week. I'm playing him. Let's go. Mark Andrews bouncing back. Let's go.
I don't know. Cold game, windy game. I think they're going to run too much. And Huntley has been trying to get it to Andrews. They just haven't been on the same page. I think it's going to be if you have J.K. Dobbins, dial him up. It's going to be a Dobbins game.
It's going to be a Mark Andrews game too. Superflex second QB, Dak, Danny Dimes, Josh. That is automatic. Yeah,
Danny Dimes.
I'm with you, motherfucker Jones. Shorts seems idiotic to me. I'm wearing shorts too.
Listen, doesn't DK Metcalf always have his shirt off?
Is that a crisp cola, David?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. Right now, Pacheco, Sanders, Najee.
No, take Pacheco out of that and stick in Connor. It has been the McKinnon show. They're not going to need Connor's over Pacheco there. Pacheco's number 4 out of those 4.
I do agree with you. Najee and Connor. Connor or Swift?
Ooh. I
Give
like
me the
Swift.
volume.
Yeah, I like Swift. I think he came back last week looking like his normal explosive self. They're fighting.
He
for
was
the
off the
playoff.
injury report too.
Yeah, and they're facing a Panthers defense that you can run all over, as the Steelers showed last week.
Give me the Connor volume. Multi-score from Pacheco.
I
Never
don't.
know.
I'm fading Pacheco.
I'm not fading him. He did get a goal line rush last week, so it's possible, but I would play Connor over him. Week 16, round 2 of the playoffs. Next week is our championship game. Good luck to you.
Andrew.
Merry Christmas. And as always,
Stay true.
stay true.